Hi, this is the pre-test review for Lesson 8 in our Journeys reading book, and that's for Everglades Forever. This is the story that our test today is going to focus on. All right, now, we've done this a couple times. We know what to expect. This one is really no different. It's very similar, as a matter of fact. We have the first 10 are the vocabulary questions. Okay, so if you guys would please make sure that you have gone to Spelling City and you've played the vocabulary games and you've tested yourself to make sure that you understand these words well enough. Okay? Then we have the next questions are comprehension questions. Comprehension means, did you read it and remember it? That's what comprehension means. So, it is basically getting the answers from the story in our reading book. Now, the next set of questions are going to involve grammar. And if you will remember, actually what I want you guys to do, we have the magical power of the pause button. And I'm going to give you some instructions, and you're going to hit pause, then go take care of it, and then come back, and we're going to move on. Now, those instructions are, get out your Journeys Reader's Notebook and go to page 87. Pause. And we're back. Thank you for getting out your Journeys Reader's Notebook, page 87. And if you'll please look at this with me, it's talking about the prefixes. And prefixes are meanings of the base words. You put these at the beginning of the words in order to give it more meaning. Okay, so in order to put the meaning, more meaning to the words that you have, the meaning of put in, as the prefix is en, endangered, enrage, entangle. And again, I want you guys to think about if you want your root word to have more meaning, and that meaning to mean again, to do something again, it would be re. Re. R-E is the prefix for that, like reaction, review. A test review. That means we're going to review a lot of the stuff that we've already gone over, and to make sure that you know how to do the test correctly. Okay. Now, if we want to have the prefix pre, you hear it? Can you hear that? Before your root words, it means that your root word is going to be done before something. So pre means before. Precaution means you're taking caution before there's an issue. Preset means you're setting something before it needs to be done. So, like it says in that number 8, give your friends and family a preset date and time when you will return. So you set that beforehand. And if you want your root words to have more meaning, at the front of it, that means in front of or forward, then you would put pro, like proactive or prohibit, just like they have down there for 9 and 10 in our page 87. That's where there's a couple questions on those particular prefixes. You will need to really kind of focus on those on page 87. That will help you out. Now, if you'll please go over to page 88, where we're talking about the homophones. There are homophone questions in this grammar part, so you guys will need to make sure that you are up to speed on your spelling words and the meanings that they have for the different homophones. Moving on, I believe the next part is, and a big part of it really, they're talking about conjunctions. And those are the words, phrases, and clauses that connect two ideas together. On page 91, if you'll please look at this with me, it has the questions, or I'm sorry, the conjunctions that are and, but, and or. And we had to figure out which ones of those we should use. The words and but. Well, let me take that back. Up there at the top, it says and joins things together, just like it does. And then but shows contrast. That means that shows that there's a difference between the first idea and the second idea. And then or shows a choice between the two ideas. So you can have one thing or another. Okay, those are your conjunctions for and, but, or. Please make sure that you understand that those things, and is used to join together, but will show contrast, which means shows the differences, or will show you that there's a choice to make. Very good. Please review page 91 for that particular skill. The next part of the conjunctions that I want you guys to focus on are the conjunctions in compound sentences. Go to page 92 and please have a quick look at that with me. Now, when I say quick look with me, that doesn't mean just have a quick look, end the video, and then say bye-bye, I'm good to go. I want you guys to spend some more time after this video is over with, and I want you guys to really kind of focus on looking back over these pages, maybe doing, maybe trying a couple of them over. You know what I mean? Just review this stuff to where once it comes down to time for the test, then there's no problems at all. Okay? Now, back to 92. Conjunctions in compound sentences. You really need to focus on, there's the and, the buts, and the ors. If you have ideas that are similar, again, okay, we have the compound sentences. We want to make them into things like one big run-on sentence, and then adding a comma and a conjunction in order to make it a compound sentence. Keep in mind that the and, when you would use and this time when there is a similar idea, when the ideas are the same. And when there's but or, you would use those when there is contrasting ideas, like the ideas that would be different. Just like we did in 1 through 5, please review that to make sure that you understand the differences between these particular conjunctions and how to fit them into compound sentences. Now, next! The next thing is complete subjects and predicates on page 94. Click over to page 94 and please focus on the fact that the complete subjects and the complete predicates, basically, there is nothing in these sentences that is not underlined. It either has one underline or two underlines. Now, the one underline will have the complete subject. All right? For instance, in number 1, you see right there, it says, it's not just Florida, it's the state of Florida is the complete subject. The next one down below that, it's not just the visitors, it's many visitors that are the complete subjects. And everything else after that is the predicate. All right? Everything. If there's no complete subject, then they must be talking to you, and you would underline the whole thing or identify that whole thing as a complete predicate and then write you next to it. So, because that subject, the complete subject, is already understood. Okay, I kind of think this does it. We talked a little bit about run-on sentences, compound sentences, and complex sentences. And then we made a weak paragraph into a strong paragraph. I don't think much of that is in the test. However, remember how to do the strong paragraph. There is a couple sentences you're going to have to write. You're going to have to change them from a weak couple of sentences to a couple of strong sentences. Practice that. That's on page 96, by the way. Okay, sorry about that. So, now, this is our test review for Journeys Reading Lesson 8. Please make sure that you review the test. I'm sorry, review the story. Review what we just went over, the vocabulary, the prefixes, the homophones, and all the different kinds of conjunctions. And if you do that, you can expect to do very well on this test. And I hope you do. Okay. All right. Looking looking forward to some really good scores. All right, everybody, do your best studying for this.